How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Is It a Buy, where we talk about stocks and try to determine if they are worth a buy or maybe a pass. My name is Corey. I'd just like to preface the video by saying I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who likes to talk about stocks, so please take what I say with a grain of salt. Had to go hats on, no worries. Everything's good. We're good to go. Nobody panic. How's it going, guys? Thank you so much for bearing in there with me. Truck didn't start again today. I don't know what else I need to do. I changed the battery, changed the alternator, had it tested. I mean, I don't know what I need to do, but it is, first thing I'm getting is a freaking vehicle, a new vehicle in Tendy Town. But what's up, guys? Thank you so much for showing up. Let's head to the chat really quick. We'll talk about what the heck is going on right now in AMC, and some things I'm freaking excited about with AMC. Oh, I'm just like losing my mind. I'm so excited. Dog says, Uno, I win first. Lee, yo. Dang it. What's up, Lee? Lamp, let me tell you, Trey, if anyone doesn't know, Trey's been live streaming for who knows how long at this point. And Lamp is, it's just Lamp. Trey isn't there. Nothing is happening. Just Lamp. And I watched that stream for about 10 minutes waiting for Trey to come back. And Trey did not come back because he's at work, and it is literally just a Lamp stream. He said it was going to be a Lamp stream in his Twitter, and it was actually a Lamp stream. And I sat there for probably like 5 or 10 minutes just waiting. I was in my car, so I wasn't really listening. Well, I was only to listen, I suppose. And I was just waiting. I was like, all right, here comes the good stuff. Here comes the good DD. Here comes some hype train. Nothing at all. Guys, I don't know if you guys are looking at this. I'm just watching this like run. I'm watching it run. Where's Diamond at? Unbelievable. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. See, Dog is thinking about clearing some more stock to add to the position. Dog, I'm so happy I finally just pulled the trigger. Like, I was super concerned. Here's the deal. What I didn't want to do is at $30 when it touched 36, I was like, you know what? I should have liquidated these positions. If I would have liquidated those positions and put it in whenever we were at like, $9 or $10 whenever I was thinking about doing it, I would have been up over 1,000% on my investment. So that would have been $8,000, up 1,000%. I mean, and I didn't want to have that feeling anymore. That's why I decided to liquidate those other positions and hop in, because I was like, you know what? I'm not going to, and at that time they hadn't covered yet. And it still looks like they haven't covered. And we're going to go into that in a second. And so I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be the person who FOMOs in at $100 and hope that the numbers are still good, or $1,000. Hope that I'm going to FOMO in right now before while I still 1,000,000% believe it hasn't even started. And that's, I decided, you know what? I'm just going to do it. And people at work thought I was freaking crazy. And, I understand where they're coming from. But you know what? I decided it is worth it for me. It's worth the risk to hop in, and boom, we are printing right now, guys. We are freaking printing. Are you guys seeing this up 18% right now? I mean, look at this after hours action. This is amazing. Let's continue to see what's going on. I'm still going. Eric says, Corey, how you doing? Doing fantastic, my friend. How does it feel to be on Tendy Mountain? It feels great. Looks great. The only thing, and I'm sure a lot of people have this too, right? It's like the people that I told about this stock that, hey, it's $5. Like, do you understand what's happening? They're like, no, I don't think it's going to happen. $10. Look, it's gone up 100%. Here's what's going to happen. Here's what I think is going to happen. No, I don't know about that. It's at, look at it right now. It's at $20. They haven't even started covering yet. No, I don't think it's going to happen. But you know what? You can only help so much and explain to people so much. But yeah, I mean, this is just unbelievable. It's incredible what's going on. Floyd says, finally, I've been watching this price action, wondering when someone was going to go live. Yeah, Floyd, I got you. I got you. I'm hyped up about this stuff. It is insane. We're buying tickets to the Bahamas. First thing I'm buying is a freaking vehicle. Bring a check to Chicago. Oh gosh, my truck will not make it to Chicago. Lamp is cute. Everybody's loving Lamp. Everybody's loving Lamp. Meanwhile, I'm over here like a fool, just watching Lamp perform. AMC's on fire, guys. It is moving. It's moving. It's moving. It is moving. Pablo, what is up? What is up? Hello, everyone. If I missed your hello, everyone. Welcome to the freaking stream. It is going crazy. It's going Gryffindor. Yep, Gryffindor Quidditch. I freaking love. I'm a Ravenclaw, but I don't think they make Ravenclaw Quidditch shirts like this. So yeah. Or, you know, I think I got this from like Target or something. But yeah, I do need a new car. San Francisco Gorilla has 5,000 shares, not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere either, my friend. I'm not going anywhere. And you know, for those of you who weren't here last time, I basically freaking doubled down on the stock because I believe in it so much. And you know what? I'm so happy that I did. It's just look at this. Look at this. I doubled down at 20, I guess is a call. And so I did a $28 strike, but even then my break even is like $40 or something. So, you know, real close to there. Oh my gosh, I'm not looking. And again, I don't want to shield myself. I don't want to FUD myself. I'm not even looking at my account. Whether the stock goes up or down, I'm holding. Let's actually look at some of the numbers. Why I'm so bullish. Twitter, Ortex, and then we'll do Twitter, Matt Course. Okay, so there are a few things I want to look at really quick because these are the numbers that I'm talking about. This is what I've been talking about, right? So let's look for today, 8 hours ago, 9 hours ago, 10. Okay, here we go. So we'll start here. So in the pre-market this morning, AMC was up 4.82% and the short interest was still going up. The short interest is still increasing. And this is why, so I was so anxious this weekend, waking up Diamond Tuesday. Diamond called it to the day, I guess Tuesday, to a Tuesday. And you know, it was always like, which Tuesday? Diamond said it was a freaking Tuesday that this was going to happen. And Diamond was freaking right. And I was the first, I was calling for you, Diamond, earlier. Diamond freaking called it Tuesday. And, you know, and you know, just where I see the Tuesday was in January. January was a Tuesday as well. In the after hours, it was the same thing. And I thought that it was going to be this Tuesday. I'm sure Diamond thought the same thing because we just had the crazy price action for a gamma squeeze, right? So if this is in fact what that is, this would be a gamma squeeze. It's looking like some kind of gamma squeeze, right? With this price action, and not, in my opinion, not a short squeeze, just a gamma squeeze where the options is what is driving this price action. Now, we'll see what happens tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, we could see another 20%, 40%, 50%. We're going to see where we end with, right, on the percentage on this. But it's like, it's beautiful. Picture perfect. Absolutely picture perfect. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And if this goes 40, 50, the question is that no one really knows is where is the margin call? Where is the number where we're going to get a margin call? That is the million, almost literally, I guess, right? $1 million question for $1 million question, right? Where is that margin call? Look at this. These are the 5-minute candles. Like, look at this. Disgusting. Look at this price action. What the heck is going on? It is unreal how like perfect this price action looks, right? Just unreal. My goodness. Not slowing down in the least bit. So let's go back over here, right? For what I was talking about. So look over here. We can see so we have these overchecks, and then I want to take a look at Matt Kors because Matt Kors is the person that, you know, he tweets it out early and everything. By the way, if you guys haven't seen, I haven't watched the video yet, but apparently Matt Kors was on Charles V. Payne. And Charles V. Payne, if you don't know who he is, I don't know too much about him, but he was one of the first people that was talking about GameStop, of saying it could be a very, very profitable play. He was telling these people to get in, his clients, I guess he has clients, he was telling them to get in for GameStop, where was it? Under $100, like I think at $20 or $14, like I think under $20, he was telling his people to get into GameStop. As many people as he could that would listen, he was telling them. So this guy, he's been around. And this is the whole argument right here about dumb money. So for those of you who don't really follow it too much, people are saying, oh, it's dumb money. Like, the apes are dumb money. They, retail investors are dumb money. We don't know what we're doing. Looks to me like we know exactly the apes know exactly what they're doing. It looks to me like the hedge funds are a little bit confused at the process in which they are trying to make money. That's how it looks to me. These guys are, I don't know. I don't know what their plan is. I don't know how they're gonna wiggle their way out of this. I think they're stuck, and I don't know. The only way I can see this kind of working for them is to make money on the way down, is to continue to add to their short, let it run as high as possible, pray that they never get margin called, let it gamma squeeze and let it run down. I mean, that's my only guess that it would be, but even then, I'm sure the margin call, I'm sure we're extremely, I think the highest number we would have to get to for a margin call, and this is a total guess, totally arbitrary number, not based on any kind of factual information. I think the highest would be $50. I think somewhere below 50, or maybe around 50 or at 50, would be a margin call, where they would just be forced to cover. Unless we're waiting on some kind of, I can't think of another filing that we're waiting for. I think we're waiting for, are we waiting for a filing at this point? Gosh, I just don't even know which filing we're waiting for at this point. If anyone knows, let me know in the chat. We are at $39 again, testing 39. Oh my gosh, insane, so insane. Oh my gosh, I wonder if we're gonna, I think we'll see where we break. I don't want to get too crazy, but we still have over 30 minutes in these after hours, right? Over 30 minutes until this market closes. And in 30 minutes, let's put it this way, and where did it start? Right here, 1725, and is this 1819? Oh gosh, it's not in Eastern. Am I in Eastern? Let's go to Eastern. All right, Eastern. In 2 hours, we went from $30, we'll call it 31, 32, sure, all the way to yeah. Oh my gosh, just insane. And it's not even a full, where did this start? Sure, we'll say, yeah, we'll call it 2 hours, or an hour and a half. In an hour and a half, we went all the way over here. Unbelievable. Truly unbelievable. What do the 1 minute candles look like? Okay, we'll leave up these 1 minute candles. Even then, this is solid price action. I mean, wow. All right, let's go ahead and continue. So this is what I was looking at, right? So he was on here. I keep losing my point. But so and I don't know why I'm not just pulling up Ortex. Ortex, and we'll log in really quick. Take a look at these numbers, guys. This is the hype number. Actually, we'll look at it right here, since we're right here, but we'll pull it up also. So taking a look, you can see right here the Ortex numbers. Oh my gosh, this is unreal. Okay, shares on loan, 133 million. Guys, they did not cover. Keep in mind, this is T+2, so 2 days. But even then, we can see 2 days ago, oh my gosh, 39, 30, just running. Oh my gosh, unreal. So let's look at the 5 day, right? So we can see here, what day is this? 6/1, 5/28. Okay, perfect. So 5/28, 6/1, 31. So 31 is not in here, as it shouldn't be. Perfect. So we can see here T+2. So this is 1 day, 2 day. This is T+2. So 1 day, 2 day. What was I looking at? One. What the heck? Okay, so this is today. So this is showing 2 days before. So this is right here. This price action right here, that tells me that this price action right here is natural price action. meaning this is not a short squeeze. This is not a gamma squeeze. This is not them covering. It went from, we'll say 18 to even all the way out here, right? 18 to 30, just because of the price action. I think it's because of FOMO, because of the everyone hopping in, seeing this price action over here, especially after seeing over here T+2, which would have been right here, that they didn't cover. And this price action is just bullish regular price action. And that is why I think it's running. This is why, because of this T+2, because of these shares not changing right here, this is why the shares on loan not going down. They didn't return any shares, or at least not any significant amount. This is why I doubled down, because I saw that these numbers right here, that they weren't covering. This is regular price action, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna FOMO in now, before it is too late. And granted, we all know I have a crazy good, $2, basically. I got in at $2. So as we all know, I'm very much in the stock, and I'm very good, regardless how high I average up. I'm good. But now I'm truly all in. There's no averaging up. There's no averaging down. There's no extra money. There's no nothing. I'm all in on this stock, and that's what we have. And it looks like we're consolidating just a tad, down to $38, still up from 32 on these after hours, like crazy. I see $50 tomorrow, question mark. Very, very, very possible, right? I mean, this stock could absolutely hit $50 by the morning, right? No doubt about it, especially if this price action continues. If this price action continues and this is a gamma squeeze, as we know, it'll run in the morning and it'll run in the not the squeeze. If this is anything, this may be a gamma squeeze. I do think it's a gamma squeeze that is happening. Keep in mind, even the gamma squeeze could take a while, right? If we go back here, it's kind of hard to look at. I don't like always going back here, because it's kind of I don't want people to get the wrong idea. But before I show this chart, keep in mind that what are these guys called? That Robinhood halted trading. Okay, keep in mind they halted trading. So, and they halted trading over here. So this is a gamma squeeze right here, due to the options, right? We had this bullish price action that the hedge funds were not expecting. And well, even then, if they were expecting it, all those options expiring in the money that needed to be purchased. Remember, even if the people don't buy it, from my understanding, even if people don't buy those options, right? Even if they don't execute their options order, from my understanding, the market makers still have to have those orders on hand ready, just in case there's anything that happens, in case every single person decides to execute it. They need to have as many as many shares ready to go as possible. That's my understanding of it. And so this is right here. This is what happened on Tuesday in the after hours. Crazy price action, right? During the day, consolidation, no problem. And the after hours again started to run, halted trading right here, and then obviously we all know what the rest is history. But in the after hours again, it was starting to run. Now we're even higher than that. Now I think it's very possible that a margin call comes soon, and if that margin call comes soon, then oh my gosh, it's like we all know what happens then at that point. And this is where it gets a little tricky. Believe it or not, the margin call, whenever the stock starts running, that is the hard part, because that is when the work is put in. Right now, it's easy to hold, right? It's easy to hold now, especially whenever we see they haven't started covering. They're not covering these shares. They're not covering anything. And, granted, we're T+2. We'll see what happens over the next few days, but they're not covering the shares. And let's get AMC pulled up really quick. They're not covering the shares. And so as everything continues, we're going to see what happened. As a matter of fact, it looks like they borrowed some more shares, right? They borrowed more shares. They are not going in a direction that is good for their survivability as a hedge fund, okay? It is not, it's really not good for them. But you know what? What's not good for them is good for the apes. And I'll take that, okay? I will 1,000,000% take that. And it's super important that people understand that it's not the squeeze. I mean, and oh, so let me get back to my point of it being hard, right? The easy part, you're up 10%, whatever. It's easy to now, whenever these numbers, if they start fluctuating, and this is where it gets a little tricky, because if the apes truly do hold, if they hold, this is where the stock can continue to run up. Okay, I'm actually going to make a video about this probably tonight, because it's something I want to make crystal clear. And I had read this, and so if anyone knows if this is if this is incorrect, but just let me know. But from my understanding is whenever these hedge funds have to cover, and whoever takes control of their assets, right, the DTCC and SEC, whoever would be at that point, takes control of their assets, starts covering, starts liquidating their positions. From my understanding, that is a computer that purchases, continues to purchase until everything is covered, right? Liquidates whatever needs to be liquidated and covers. And I don't know how the liquidation works, if they get to choose the liquidation, but what I do know from what I've seen is that is just a computer, and that computer is going to be eating up shares at any price, because it just needs to have them purchased. No matter what happens, those shares need to be purchased in a margin call. There will not be any choice at all. Now, if the apes decide they're not going to sell, well, guess what? That bot is going to run through here, and it's going to eat all of them up, right? Eat all of these asks up. Now, if people say, well, if magically no ape sells, maybe if they sell at, and there will always be a sell, so just follow me here for a second. But if they sell at 30, if not many are selling here, right, and everyone is selling at, they decide, I'll sell at 100,000, and that's and I know these numbers get a little bit crazy, and they're hard to understand, hard to believe, but you have to keep in mind it's not a person. It's not like Citadel's going in here and saying, I'm gonna go ahead and buy it at. We'll wait a little bit, and then we'll buy it whenever someone else decides to put a sell at 40 or 45 or whatever. That's not how it's going to work. It's going to eat up everything, right? And these people right here are theoretically not helping the momentum. And and that's just kind of the theory of how it's going to go. This bot is going to eat up all of these, and let's say everyone is selling at a higher number, or not selling theoretically would be even better, right? Because it's going to eat all of these up, go higher and higher until it says, okay, well, do you agree upon this price? And remember, it's just going to be instant transactional, essentially, that it's saying, we're going to get rid of it, and keep going. And I feel bad for this person kind of for selling at this price. I mean, I don't know anybody's situation, but if I had like this many shares, like I think it's going to continue to run pretty hard in the morning. I'd hate to get rid of my shares so early, but do what you need to do. It's always, obviously, just real quick disclaimer, I guess, nothing's financial advice. Keep in mind that, you need to take care of yourself, take care of your family, all that good stuff, because it's the most important. If you can't take care of yourself, then there's an issue. But so I'm going to make a video on that tonight. So just stay tuned on that one, because it's so important to understand how it's possible. I get so many questions about people asking, "Oh, Corey, like, is this even possible? Is $1,000 even possible? Is 10,000 even possible?" It's like, and it's because Citadel or whoever, right? They don't want to sell their shares at $1,000. They don't want to sell it at $50, right? But from my understanding, it's going to be a machine. It's going to be some kind of computer liquidating them, and they will have to do it at any price possible, and that's what's going to happen. That is what, from my understanding, that's the way it's going to go, and it's just going to be. It's going to be wild. And that's why, I believe in this squeeze. And tomorrow, let me tell you, if these numbers still haven't changed by tomorrow, over here, let me see where these are. If these numbers still haven't changed by tomorrow, holy smokes, like, that means, that would tell me, which is unreal. That would tell me that back here, let me go to the 5-day really quick. If they're not changed by tomorrow, that tells me that they still wouldn't have, I guess they wouldn't have covered here, because this is a little more sideways. This is a little more of a sideways day, even though with this craziness, this was still a sideways day. I think this was down less than 2% on the day, right? It's just let's look at these numbers. So we checked out these numbers. So yeah, short interest still going up, and keep in mind short interest right here, and we can go backwards a little bit, right? Matt Kors posts about it every single day. So the short interest, and this was this morning, 1749. Let's see what it was the previous trading day. 1709. So this is still going up, as you can see, 130 million all the way up to 133 million, I believe it was. Yes, 133 million. They're still borrowing shares. They're still trying to short. They're still not covering. The short interest is still going up. It's getting more expensive for them to hold. They're losing a lot of money, and we can see here in the Ortex. If you guys aren't following Ortex on Twitter, highly recommend it, just to get some price action. And you can see the numbers right here. You can see they even talked about AMC, how they sold the 8.5 million shares, and how it still was going up. And it tells you the current short interest over here. It also gave some information just about Adam Aaron, talks about other things that could potentially squeeze if you are in on these stocks, if you like those stocks. They also talk about, one of my favorite things to see is how much they've lost, right? And they meaning the hedge funds. And here we go. With AMC around $30 today, short sellers stand to lose about $336 million today. Since AMC rally began last Monday, total losses for short sellers are over $1.5 billion since last Monday. 1.5 billion. It's not cheap for them to hold this stock. It is not cheap. And these guys are going to, I really feel like these guys are going to be in a terrible position. And these guys are going to be just like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I think the margin call, in my opinion, has to be coming so soon. There's no way they're going to allow them to be in such a vulnerable position that is going to affect, if these guys go under, like this could have a chain reaction and affect other hedge funds theoretically. And if those other hedge funds are not only that, it could also affect the DTCC, these clearinghouses, because DTCC, because DTCC would be bag holding, right? And they don't want to be bag holding. I'll tell you that right now. And but remember, they're good for it. The DTCC, let me see. We can look up how much is the DTCC insured for. It's like trillions. These guys are insured for up to $70 trillion. And the math has been done. The math has been done on these stocks. And I think it said that even at, I can't recall the exact number, but I think it was even at $100,000 per share, the DTCC could still cover it. And let's say for any reason the DTCC can't cover it, right? Then we would still get paid because it goes to the national, I believe the Treasury. So regardless of whichever way this goes, the attendees are going to print, right? And because someone will pay, they have it all lined up. And you know what else they've been doing? These DTCC filings right here, we can see they've been adding to their filings, right? They've been creating all these filings. Here's a new one. I don't know when this one came out, but this is brand new. I check this basically every day. I think this one just came out today. Amend the distributions guide to accommodate participants' tax reporting and withholding obligations. So we're going to have to take a deep dive into what the DTC just created this for, because there's a bunch of stuff. And we can see here that these guys, keep in mind that there's a lot of these what is it called? These entities have continued to add these new rules, continue to find new rules, add the rules, because they are, in my opinion, they're structuring what's going to happen. They didn't have a rule. I forgot exactly who it was, but they had a rule of who is going to, what was the rule? Who was going, if let's say a hedge fund is suspended from trading or whatever, or maybe they're suspended indefinitely, or who knows, and someone else is going to purchase their shares, how they're going to do it, how they're going to auction their shares to whoever wants to purchase them. It is crazy, all these filings and rules that have been put into place. A lot of them about structuring, fixing loopholes, those things. If you've been following the DD, you know. And if you haven't, I do have a few videos on there. And there are a few things on Reddit about, some good DDs on Reddit talking about this, right? And, oh no, is my stream frozen? So yeah. And it looks like we had a super chat. Joan, what is up, Joan? I have four $40 618 calls and one $10 618 call. What should I do to maximize gain? Should I sell half and exercise the other? Joan, first of all, thank you for the super chat. Second of all, that is a great question. You know, it's first of all, you know, I can't really tell you what to do with those, but what you need to do is decide, when do you think this stock is going to peak? And the question, and that's a hard question, right? No one knows when the true peak is going to be, right? When it's going to peak, and especially right now, you know, between now and the 18th, when you're going to take those profits. Right now, there's, depending on how you feel about it, there's a few different options. Right now, it's obviously pretty bullish. I do feel personally like in the morning it's probably going to be pretty dang high. Tomorrow, I feel like there's going to be consolidation. If you feel like you're not going to be able to hold it tomorrow, during the consolidation, you may want to exercise those calls, or you may want to you know, sell your contract. But either way, and you know, you could always sell your contract and buy shares and then sit on those, right? And if you're comfortable sitting on those, if you want to average up, or depending on where your shares are, if you can average up, or whichever way you want to go. But what you can do is you can decide that you want to do that, and you know, tomorrow morning may be best. Or if you want to decide that or if you feel like between now and the 18th that there's going to be another catalyst, right? There, between now and the 18th, obviously we've had some crazy price action. Or let's look at the 1 month, right? And this isn't even a month, right? I guess, sure, we could say the 1 month, but you can see right here, it's moving up, not frozen, just buffering. Okay, well, hopefully it's not too crazy. And so just crazy stuff. Just beautiful movement. Right now, the question is, you know, is this going to slow down? Is it going to continue by the 18th? Which way is it going to go? Right? Which way is it going to go? Now, so I'll give you, you know, I'll just give you those different things. Now, the catalyst, you know, people saying June 2nd with a shareholder account. Now, the question is, all right, hopefully we're back up and running right now. Hopefully it's not too crazy. Yep, obviously it was a little crazy. I'm losing people like crazy. Oh, geez. So that's kind of what I think is happening, Joan. Hopefully that helps you a little bit. Young Brock says 110 by Friday. Mark my words. I'll take it. I will take that Goliath. Or wait, what was I saying? We're talking about that. Oh, is it too late to buy? So I started thinking about the other one. I see people asking about that. Buffer like 4 times on mine. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not sure why I'm buffering. That's so weird. Usually it's not so bad. I don't know what the issue is right now. Well, sometimes you do have issues, but So let's talk about this really quick. Now, for the is it too late to buy question. Oh gosh, like 2 minutes each buffer. Oh no. Oh no. All right. Well, let's continue, and hopefully it'll. I don't think there's anything I can do to slow it down. Close this. Let me make sure I don't have anything additional open that is slowing me down. I'll exit Vanguard. Yes. I don't think there's anything else I can really close. I'll close. I'll stop. Exit. We'll leave that open though, because I don't know what that'll do. We'll leave all that. Okay, hopefully that helps a little bit. We'll have to see. So we'll continue. Now, as far as the Citadel shut down the internet, you're back. Okay, back up. We're good to go. Nobody panic. Okay, so let's answer the question. So the question, I'm sorry guys, hopefully that helps a little bit. So the question was, I know it messed up. Okay, I think we're good now. The question was, what is going on with the, is it too late to buy? So I personally, I don't think it's too late to buy, right? I think it's still, and this is my personal thing. You have to, and you know, I could be wrong, I could be right. We'll have to see. I think I did fix the issue, guys, with this, with the lagging and stuff. We'll have to see here. So continuing on, and this is because the reason I think it's not too late to buy. And granted, you know, we are T+2. We're gonna have to see what happens with these numbers, right? If these numbers continue to be, if these numbers are good, if they continue to be good, then and they're not covering, and they continue to borrow more shares, and the shares are going this way, then I think that these guys are they're not covering yet. Then that means that this is regular price action. Now, granted, even with today, right? Even with this, I feel like this is not a short squeeze, a gamma squeeze, right? Where they most likely would not have covered any shares. Now we'll have to see, right? Obviously, there's some bullish price action over here, and this is something. Let me go back to the 5-day candles, and so this is something that we're just gonna have to watch. We're just gonna have to watch and see which way it goes. But I feel very, very confident. And here's the deal: like I'm covering it. So if you need a place, like, you know, to watch it, you know, make sure Trey's great, Matt Kors is great, I'm doing it, so just make sure you're subscribed to a few of us or whatever. Follow us on Twitter. We have a Discord, and sometimes I post updates in the Discord. Just like, inundate yourself with what is going on, especially right now. I mean, it's literally worth it financially to, like, just take a little extra time, follow this, look at the DD, look at the stuff. So yeah, just watching it. All right. Cool. Joshua says, even at $100, it's not too late. Right. And here's the deal. In my personal opinion, it is, how do I say this without shilling people? My personal opinion, right? In my personal opinion, as long as these shares are continuing to be borrowed, they're not, even if they do start getting covered, it is still, I still feel like it's such a good time to entry, right? Because you have to keep in mind, like, the question is how many shares are there? How many shares are, how many fake shares are there, right? How many shares are actually created in this? And we can look here, right? The actual float, right? How many shares are supposed to be traded publicly is supposed to be 448 million shares, right? But even then, you can see that it just doesn't make sense, right? You're telling me the whole float was traded today, right? Like, look, the volume 492 million, more than the whole float was traded today. That means they passed through, every share had to pass through, multiple times, which I suppose is possible, but it's strange, right? And so let's see what Diamond says. Check out the 1 minute candles. Okay, 1 minute candles at 7:26 p.m. 7:26 p.m. I wish this was not 24 hours. So I think 7 is going to be 9:26. This one right here. So boom. One minute candle. Yep, I see this one right here, Diamond. Anything specific you want to say about it? This is kind of weird, right? This was a huge, compared to the rest, right? It was a pretty big candle. I'm not sure what I'm missing here, though. But I do like how it dropped and it just recovered, right? Recovered pretty well. Obviously, a little bit of consolidation right now, which is fine. We're at 37.82, but it's all good. What's up, Connie? Welcome. If you're new to the stream, welcome. Thanks for hanging out. There's a lot of very interesting stuff going on right now, right? Very, very interesting stuff. And we're just gonna follow it. We're gonna follow this stuff. I'll probably release a video tonight, so make sure you don't miss that. Just basically going over some of the stuff I already went over. Maybe I'll do a quick little update on the stock as well as it continues to go. So we do have 10 minutes left until the after hours are closed. Currently up 18.82%. I mean, just wild. Stock is $38 now. We did touch 39.41. I mean, I feel bad saying retracement. I guess theoretically it's a retracement, but I mean, gosh, beautiful, right? Intro to gamma squeeze. This is getting pretty. Yeah, RJ, I would agree. I would say this is the beginning of the gamma squeeze, and it is just getting started. I feel like in the morning it'll probably run as well. I wouldn't be surprised in the morning if it went all the way to something crazy, right? I would not be surprised in the least bit if in the morning it just went crazy. Marty McFly says, what do you think about the aftermarket price? I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Obviously coming down just a tad, a little bit of retracement, but that's totally normal. Look how strong like the previous retracement was, and look at this one. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same thing. If this is probably the bottom right here, I wouldn't be surprised in the least bit if it holds above 37.50. Even what is this, 37.83? I wouldn't be surprised if it ended above 38 and right there. Neil Tendo says, I got made fun of for buying Bitcoin around 5,000 after the first crash, back up from 20K. All my buddies thought it was over. Right, and that's an excellent point, right? Because for me, it's just personally, it's a little tricky to buy into these stocks, especially whenever they're running, right? You know, if a stock is running, you're like, okay, that's probably the end. It's probably going to be done. It's probably going to go down. And then what happened here? I mean, think about it. If you had that kind of mentality looking at this, right? It started to run right here. Like, you know, back here, it ran right here this day. And then you're like, okay, that's probably it. It's probably going to be done. Ran a little more, consolidated, sure. Gapped up, ran even more. And then a little bit of consolidation, a little bit of down, right? And then boom, you're over here and it's just running. It's like, okay, that's probably it. Runs again. Okay, that's probably it. Runs again. You know, consolidate, or this is after hours. Runs again. Consolidation this day, technically, even though it looks a little down. It was down less than 2%, and then it ran again. The stock, and keep in mind, you know, and we know what's going on here because, again, once I'll keep saying it, they haven't covered their position. This is FOMOing. This is price action. This is normal price action. People who hopped out are hopping back in. People saw that. I'm sure people did believe it was going to, or maybe partly believed it was going to squeeze, and they still left. But because it was taxing, it was exhausting, and if you were holding, you understand, right? I've been holding since I think late December, early January. I've been holding since $2, right? And I know I've just always felt bullish on the stock, and you know, especially after seeing I was bullish on the stock before I saw the DD, before everything, just by regular price action, because I thought we would be here by the end of the year with regular price action. And then there's the whole squeeze going on in January. I was caught up in the middle. I was like, why am I rich now? It didn't make any sense, and now it makes perfect sense. And look at me now. I mean, I've doubled down. I mean, I've liquidated my 401k or and all that like good stuff. It's just, and everything is in here. So I'm obviously all in. I'm doing very well. Feel very good about it. And as long as this thing continues to run, it's gonna be great. Now, I saw somebody here say, how can the entire float be sold if no one held? I think you meant if everyone held. So yeah, how can the float be sold? So here's the thing: they're creating synthetic shares, right? They're naked shorting, and we have to keep in mind, guys, for those of you who've been around for a while, and if you're a new ape, welcome. But you know, we have to start from the very beginning of naked shorting. And there's a few guides on Reddit, so be sure to check out Reddit. There's Super Stonk, there's AMC Stock. Super Stonk usually has a bunch of DD, good DD, especially for new apes coming in. They're just releasing new DD. Keep in mind, a lot of it is for Super Stonk is mostly for GameStop, but even then, the DD, well, it's not exactly the same. The concepts are the same, right? So naked shorting on Investopedia, we can see here, right? Naked shorting on Investopedia right here. Boom. So naked shorting is the illegal practice of short selling shares that have not been affirmatively determined to exist. Okay. And so we can see here, so naked shorting is the now illegal practice of selling short shares that have not, okay, we already read that. Ordinarily, traders must first borrow a stock or to determine that it can be borrowed before they sell it short. Due to various loopholes in the rules and discrepancies between paper and electronic trading systems, naked shorting continues to happen. Although controversial, some believe naked shorting plays an important and positive role in price discovery. Okay, and you can see here, naked shorting takes place whenever. Okay, here we go. Naked shorting takes place whenever investors, sell shorts associated with shares that they do not possess and not confirmed to possess, or their ability to possess. Meaning, so, and you know, this could be a truly accidental, like, oh my gosh, like this was a mistake. And, and maybe I'm naive and maybe that's incorrect, but, let's say I'm a market maker or whatever, you want to short the stock. And, everything goes so fast these days. So let's say it happened and it's like, oh, they haven't really settled yet, but I'm sure they'll settle just fine. Sure, you can go ahead and short it. I don't have them yet, but I'll give them to you, or however it goes, or like, and then they have the shares and then they sell them short. It's a huge mess. It is a huge mess. We're not allowed to naked short. We're not allowed to, the failure to deliver. They haven't been delivering their shares.